Hi, welcome to my channel, and it's Top 5 Wednesday time. Now before I get into this week's topic, I just want to say I apologise for my looks, but I am filming this straight after getting back from work, which I don't usually do, just because the Top 5 Wednesday topics went up quite late and I haven't had time to really film any because I haven't been having many days off where I can film. I've always been quite busy. But anyway, this week's Top 5 Wednesday are the book trends that you are tired of. Now, there could be so many for this because there are a few trends I am actually really tired of, especially in YA novels, but thinking just off the top of my head, it was quite hard. If I had planned this video, I would probably come up with loads, but unfortunately I don't have the time, I just have to get right into it. The first book trend I'm tired of is a trend that happens in almost every YA novel, and I am sick of it, and that's when a girl falls in love with a boy she shouldn't do, or vice versa. Now, the last book that did this was Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth, and this was where Syra fell in love with Akos, and they're basically from different races and they are basically fighting each other for that planet. So she shouldn't be falling in love with him and he shouldn't be falling in love with her, but they did, and it was obvious it was going to happen. And I am fed up of it. That's why books like This Savage Song are so good, because that was a book where the girl and boy did not fall in love, they were just friends. And I want more books like that. Or maybe more books where love is never even mentioned, because books like this just annoy me. And even though in some books the romances are quite cute, it still doesn't shock me when they fall in love, because I kind of expect it. It shocks me more if they don't fall in love, so maybe doing that would be a bit better. The next one I'm fed up of is where the ordinary girl, who's usually the main character, suddenly becomes very special, finds out she has a secret background, or just gets thrust into the limelight. Because that seems to always happen, and it seems to always be the main plot. Now, the first book I thought of when I did this was The Hunger Games. Katniss is obviously an ordinary girl. She volunteers to be in the Hunger Games with her sister, and she just suddenly, instead of just doing the Hunger Games and maybe dying, she doesn't. And she becomes a symbol of this revolt. And even though this is a really good novel, it is a trend I am kind of tired of. It might be good if it's like Queen of Catalan, where she already knows what's going to happen, even though I haven't read the second two books. I also like Clary from The Mortal Instruments, ordinary girl, finds out she's a shadow hunter. Shocker. But yeah, it is a bit annoying at the moment, and I don't really like books that start off, oh, she's ordinary, pretty girl, and she suddenly becomes special. The next thing is that I don't like real people on covers. I don't have anything to show you with this because I don't have any covers which has real people on, because I don't like them. It's alright if it's like A Court of Thorns and Roses, because that isn't a real person on the cover, it's a cartoon drawing, but it's when there's an actual real person there and I just think it looks cheesy, and it's a book that I won't pick up. Thankfully, that trend, I think, is kind of dying out. I think it was mostly when I was younger and in my teenage years it was really, really popular. You know, you'll have those books based on Twilight and it'd be like vampires and romantic, and you'll have two people on the cover, and I hated that. I didn't like it at all. The next trend is love triangles. Thankfully, I haven't read many books I can think of which has love triangles. But the one that first comes to mind is again The Hunger Games and Katniss, Peter and Gale. I just don't like love triangles. It's like, just pick one. Don't go, oh, I like Gale, oh, I like Peter. No, 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 don't do that. Pick one and stick to it. If you pick someone and then you wander off to another person, obviously you're not really in love with that first person. So why not just stop? And love triangles annoy me. Again, the last love triangle I've read was Court of Thorns and Roses, but I wouldn't call that a love triangle. Oh, that's not really a love triangle. In the first book she didn't like Reese, so I wouldn't say that's a love triangle. But yeah, just love triangles. Like also Twilight, Bella, Jacob, Edward. I really loved it at the time, but I've grown out of it and I just don't like love triangles anymore. And the last one is something that I've really been put off of, just because at the moment it seems to be everywhere, and those are dystopian novels. So things again like The Hunger Games, but I'm not going to use that for this one. I'm going to use The Maze Runner. Even though The Maze Runner and The Hunger Games are some of my favourite series, they did kind of put me off dystopian novels, just because I've read these two, I think they're the best. And I think people realised how popular The Hunger Games films were, and everyone was just throwing out dystopian novels. And I think that is, again, dying out. I don't think there's many dystopian novels, or I'm just not reading them because I'm focusing on fantasy more. But yeah, I just find it boring. I think it's been played out a bit too much and I just don't like it anymore. So yeah, that is this week's Top 5 Wednesday. I hope you enjoyed it. So what are your top 5 bookish trends that you don't like? If you comment down below, we can have a little discussion. Do you agree with me? Or do you actually like some of the ones I mentioned? It'll be interesting to see. So as usual, you can like or subscribe to my channel, and as usual there is my Twitter, Goodreads, Instagram and Snapchat to follow. They're all linked down below, and I will see you next time with a new video. Bye!